My girlfriend looked me dead in the eyes at Christmas dinner, surrounded by my entire family, and said the words that permanently changed my life. "You re not what I expected when we started dating." The table went silent, the kind of silence that feels heavy, like it presses on your ears. I remember the exact moment my chest tightened, not because I was angry, but because I genuinely didn't understand what she meant. So I asked the only question that made sense. "What did you expect?" She didn't hesitate, not even for a second. "Someone successful, ambitious, rich," she said flatly. Then, as if she were commenting on the weather, she added, "I think we should break up." I didn't raise my voice. I didn't argue. I didn't defend myself. I just sat there, blinking, trying to process the fact that the woman I was planning to propose to in less than a week had just dumped me at my parents' Christmas table because I drove a Honda. And here's the part that still feels unreal. 4 days earlier, I had deposited $2.4 million into my bank account. She just didn't know it. I'm a 29-year-old guy, and I'm still processing what happened. It's been a few weeks now, but my brain feels like it's short-circuited and never fully rebooted. I need to get this out somewhere, because keeping it in has been eating at me. So here's the full story. We'd been together about 18 months. We met at a mutual friend's birthday party, one of those loud, crowded gatherings where everyone pretends they're more interesting than they feel. She stood out immediately, gorgeous, confident, charming when she wanted to be. The kind of person who knew how to command attention without saying much. She worked in pharmaceutical sales, made decent money, drove a leased BMW, loved designer bags, luxury brands, and casually name-dropping people she'd met at conferences. She cared about appearances, how things looked from the outside. I noticed it early on, but I brushed it off. I told myself everyone has their quirks. I genuinely believed there was something deeper under all of that. And for a long time, I thought we were solid. Here's what she didn't know about me. For 4 years, I'd been running a small software company out of my apartment with 2 college friends. We built enterprise security tools, boring, unglamorous B2B software. No flashy apps, no social media buzz, just systems that quietly worked. I wore hoodies. I wore the same jacket for years. I drove a 2019 Honda Civic that ran perfectly fine. I lived in the same modest apartment I'd had since college. From the outside, I looked like a regular tech guy making a decent salary. And that's exactly what I let her believe. What she didn't know was that for 8 months, we'd been in acquisition talks, long meetings, due diligence, lawyers, negotiations that drained every ounce of energy I had. The deal closed on December 19th, $8 million. After taxes and fees, split 3 ways, I walked away with roughly $2.4 million. I told my parents, I told my business partners, that was it. I wanted to surprise her, New Year's Eve, a nice dinner, maybe a proposal. I wanted to know she loved me before money ever entered the equation. Yeah, about that. Christmas dinner was at my parents' house. Everyone was there. My mom, my dad, my sister and her husband, my grandmother. My girlfriend had been off all week, distant, short replies, constantly checking her phone. I assumed it was holiday stress. We were halfway through dinner when my mom asked her about work, just trying to include her in the conversation. Normal, harmless stuff. That's when my girlfriend sighed dramatically, put her fork down, and looked at me with an expression I had never seen before. Disappointment, mixed with something colder. "I've been thinking a lot about us," she said. The table went quiet. My sister's eyes widened. My dad set his wine glass down carefully. My grandmother froze mid-bite. "You're not what I expected when we started dating," she said. I blinked. "What do you mean?" She gestured vaguely at me. You. I thought you'd be further along by now. More ambitious. More successful." My mom's jaw literally dropped. "I'm doing fine," I said honestly. "The company's doing great." She rolled her eyes. "Your little computer thing," she said, at Christmas dinner, in front of my grandmother. "You work from your apartment in sweatpants. You drive a Honda. You've worn the same jacket for 2 years. My sister tried to interrupt. "Maybe we should." "No," my girlfriend snapped. "I need to say this." Then she turned fully toward me. "I think we should break up. I need someone successful. Someone who's going somewhere. I am 27. I can waste more time hoping you'll figure your life out." Dead silence. My grandmother clutched her napkin like it had personally offended her. And in that moment, the irony was so thick I could taste it. 4 days earlier, I had become a multi-millionaire. 6 days later, I was planning to propose. And here I was, being dumped for being a loser, because I drove a Honda. I looked at her and asked quietly, "What did you expect?" "Someone rich," she said. "Someone who could give me the life I deserve. Not someone content to just exist." My dad started to stand up, his face turning red, but I raised my hand. "That's interesting," I said. "Really interesting timing." "What's that supposed to mean?" I pulled out my phone, opened my banking app, slid it across the table to her. "The little computer thing sold last week," I said. "That's my share." She stared at the screen, looked at me, looked back at the screen. Her face cycled through shock, disbelief, panic, and something that looked an awful lot like regret. That can't be real." 2.4 million, I said. "Give or take." "But you never told me," she whispered. "I drive a Honda because I'm not flashy," I said. "Because I wanted to be with someone who liked me, not my money." I stood up. "Congratulations," I said calmly. "You just answered that question." She started crying. "I didn't mean it like that. I was just stressed." "You meant every word," I said. "You broke up with me in front of my entire family because you thought I was poor." I looked around the table. "Well," I said, "Merry Christmas. You're single now." My mom spoke softly. "You should probably go, dear." My girlfriend looked around for support and found none. My grandmother was smiling. My sister's husband was fighting a grin. She grabbed her purse and left. I heard her car peel out of the driveway. I thought that was the end of it. I was wrong. The texts started that night. I'd blocked her number, so she used work phones, her sister's phone, random numbers. I made a mistake. "Please, let me explain. Can we just talk?" I ignored them. Then the tone changed. "You lied to me for 18 months. You dressed like a college student. This is entrapment. You set me up to embarrass me." The mental gymnastics were Then her mom called my mom, demanding I do the right thing and take her daughter back. My mom shut that down fast. Things escalated. She confronted me at a coffee shop with her sister. She cried. Her sister called me petty. I walked away. Then anonymous posts appeared online, accusing my company of shady practices. Lawyers got involved. Cease and desist letters were sent. She showed up at my apartment, left a 6-page handwritten letter explaining why humiliating me was actually my fault, and suggesting we move in together. She quit her job. Her lease was ending. The solution was apparently me. Her mother showed up screaming in my parents' driveway. My dad recorded everything. Threats followed, then silence. Weeks later, I ran into her at a grocery store. She looked exhausted, smaller, lost. She apologized, not dramatically, just quietly. I accepted it, and I walked away. That was closure. Now I'm okay. Not amazing, not broken, just okay. I invested the money responsibly, paid off my loans, bought a small house, still drive the Honda, still wear hoodies. Money didn't change who I am, but it taught me something valuable. When someone shows you who they are, when they think you have nothing, believe them. That lesson was expensive, but I could afford it. And to anyone out there being told they not enough by someone who claims to love them, you are enough. Find someone who sees that when you're driving a Honda, not just when you're depositing millions. Thanks for listening. If you liked this story, hit subscribe and share it with someone who might need to hear it. See you next time.